Hey guys, it's Dr. Mannie. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips for functional medicine practitioners that I wish I had known sooner. Okay, been doing this thing, playing this functional medicine game for almost, well, over 20 years at this point. 20 years and 2 months to be exact. Made a lot of mistakes, had a lot of success. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips, just no particular order, just 5 things that I think if you're coming into this world of functional medicine, whether you're a seasoned veteran or whether you're just brand new into this thing, I think these tips, tools, tactics is going to be beneficial for you. All right. And if you have any questions, if you have more to add to it, feel free to comment below, chime in below with your own tips, tools, tactics. But number one, don't talk so much. They don't care. Right? They don't care about science. They don't care about research. They don't care about your studies. Like when I was early on in practice, I'd have a binder this thick of the research and studies, and I would show I would page through it. Look at this study, Mary. Look at this one. Look at this study on whatever. This combination of functional medicine stuff and chiropractic and curves and neck and posture and different things. They don't care. They have a problem. You have the solution. Show them that you are the solution in the quickest manner possible. That's when you win. I had a doc. He told me this maybe a couple months ago that he does really well with weight loss. He lost his voice, and within that week that it was like laryngitis or something. He lost his voice that week. I think he said he doubled his collections because he couldn't talk. He doubled his collections because he lost his voice. So a lot of you guys just talk and talk and talk, and you spend 2 hours with a new patient. That's when you lose them. Understand, a confused mind can't decide. So the more you talk, the more there's more stuff up here, and the more confused and the more tangled up they get. That's when they say, I got to think about it. Let me talk to so and so. Is this okay? You've overwhelmed them with stuff that they can't process. Then they have to go think about it. And that's a polite way of saying you suck. You failed them, not them. But when they say I have to think about it, you're not going to hear from them again. They're not going to think about it. You failed them. So don't talk so much. Here's what my day one looks like. And I'll just keep this simple because I talk too much about this as it is. Hey, Mary, it looks like you got thyroid issues. What's going on? How can I help? God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Because like back when I was doing chiropractic stuff, when I was doing my internship, as like a T10 internship, I would go into this, I was at this high volume practice. And the doc is like, he had this coach, right? He had this practice management company. And he said, here's what you do. You go in and patients on the table, you say, Mary, it looks like you got low back pain here. But before we get into it, let me show you this. And this is what above, down, inside out, bone out, irritated nerve, cause problem, da, da, da. So basically I said, I don't care about your low back pain. Look at this. Look at how great I am. Look at what we do here. Look at my, wall full of testimonials, and they don't care. They don't care about your granite countertops. They don't care about your 5,000 square feet. They don't care about your junk. They have a problem. You have a solution. Show them that you are the solution fast. So that's what I do when I'm on the phone with doing my discovery calls. Mary, you got thyroid issues. What's going on? How can I help? And then I just listen. Most doctors come into the room and just puke all over people and they leave. They say, you got XYZ symptom. Here's XYZ medication. See you next time. Come back in 6 weeks. Let's just listen, right? Just let them talk. 10 minutes. Just tell me more. What's a typical day look like in terms of breakfast, lunch, and dinner? What do you drink most of? How's your sleep? Just ask questions. Get to know them. Don't talk so much. It's not about you. And that's the next one. It's not about you. It's about them. So dig into their concerns. Dig into their hot buttons. Is this preventing you from doing the things that you want to do? Let's say they have type 2 diabetes. Mary, do you know the consequences of No, I don't. I'm not real scare tactic. Some are. But Mary, what's going to happen if we don't get this thing fixed? If we don't get this type 2 reversed? Let's say you have pre-diabetes. If we don't get this thing solved, what's the next step? Did you know that a lot of people that have type 2, they have kidney issues, liver issues, their eyes go bad, they start to go blind, they get numbness, tingling, pins, needles, burning, sharp, stabbing, nerve pain. I often tell the story, my uncle had his legs amputated at the knees because of type 2 complications. So, just get into their concerns and their challenges and what's working, what's not working, how many doctors have they been to, stuff like this. Right, get into their concerns. And I always ask the question: what's going to happen if we don't get this thing fixed? What do you think? Do you think it's going to get better on its own, or do you really need to fix this thing today? Like, why are you taking action now versus, a month ago or 6 weeks from now, right? Why now? Why are we talking right now? Type thing, right? So it's not about you, it's about them. So don't be talking about your degrees and your credentials and how great you are. It doesn't matter. Now, I do segue and say, hey, this is what we do here. So after about 10 minutes of like information gathering, I'll say, hey, you know what, this is what we do. I think your case we can accept. Is it okay if I tell you a little bit more? And then I'll do a 3-minute, segue into functional medicine, how we find a work towards fixing root cause, not just chemical cover-ups, right? So that's number 2, tip, don't talk about yourself. Number 3 is master marketing. This is where I come in. I'm pretty good at this, but without eyeballs on your operation, you're irrelevant. You just are. You're invisible. You have to master marketing. Most practitioners come out of school, amazing clinicians. I know practitioners with the damn alphabet behind their name, but they sit in an empty office. How many patients did you have How many new patients did you have this month? 3. You can do that in an hour. There were mornings where I had 12 new patients before noon. 12 new discovery calls before noon. That's $10,000 mornings. And yet I know practitioners, they can't get 12 in a month. Okay. So there's no shortage of sick folks. You have to look at the math. If you go to Google and you type in eczema, 823,000 searches a month for eczema. Few cents a click. I could build an eczema funnel. I might. A lot of it's gut related, tied into gut and inflammation. So, and I stick my ad top spot. I pay a few cents and somebody clicks on it. But you have to master conversions, right? So it's traffic conversions. You have to master both. You can't have one without the other. If you have an ugly funnel, it's broken, it doesn't convert very well, you're going to be upside down in your ad spend. You're going to be spending way too much here and without the return, because you have to master conversions. Now, you can't have a funnel, beautiful looking funnel, $2,000 a month to run the thing, and then have no eyeballs on it. Right? You have to get both in order, otherwise you'll be treading water. So today's marketing, or today's currency, is attention. It's eyeballs on your thing, your offer, your protocol, whatever it is. Right? You have solutions for people. You have to get your stuff in front of it. Now, understand, I'm not a organic guy. I'm not a guru that says post and post and post and comment and engage and go into Facebook groups and DM people and go live and post and post. You have to understand that other gurus teach that. That's fine. They say, oh, it's free. Go do it. It's free. It's time consuming, and time is money. It's not free. It's expensive because you post and you create all this content. You're getting your stuff out there, content. It's not scalable. When does it end? It's not scalable. It's unpredictable. I don't know how you put a piece of content out there. I don't know. If it's health related, it'll probably be blunted and censored and buried, so nobody's gonna see it. So I just wasted my time. So here I go, posting all this stuff out there, and then a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, the needle has not moved. My bank account is still the same or less. And I've just lost 3 months because some other guru said post and post and post and ask questions on Facebook and get people to engage. And hopefully they see your profile and then they get into your funnel and run the ads. Skip the nonsense and just run the traffic. That's what I do. As long as I can put in $10 and I can flip it into 30, that is the game that I play. All right. You have to master marketing, right? And make sure that if you're working with somebody, if you're listening to somebody, make dang sure that they're in the trenches doing the thing that they teach. If they're not, they're disqualified, in my opinion, because it's theory. There's so many gurus out there that teach certain things, and it's just the blind leading the blind. Like, you go to YouTube University, how to run Facebook ads. You're going to get 200 different varieties or variations of how to run Facebook ads. It is the blind leading the blind. So be careful who you listen to, because a lot of stuff is untested. Okay, and then you just end up spinning your wheels, spending more money, and you fast forward a year and you're stuck, in a worse situation than you are now. Right. So master marketing. Number 4 is charge a fair and reasonable amount. There's coaches out there, believe it or not, that tell you to charge $12,000 case fees to patients. $12,000 case fees. You know what's going to happen if you start charging $12,000? you're going to run into merchant issues because you will charging that much. You're going to have people that are, if they don't get a result and they don't get a result quickly, they're going to be disgruntled. They're going to be angry. They're going to request refunds. They might leave bad reviews, whatever it might be. But that is a large sum of money that you will run into issues. You will. And I know there's people that talk from the stage. And let me just back up a step. So yeah, not only will you run into merchant issues and disgruntled people, but also, there's people that say, oh, charge 12,000, you just need like 1 or 2 a month or whatever it is. Easier said than done, right? Easy to say from a stage. Looks great on paper. It's not the real world. If I talk to 10 patients on the phone, the chances of me getting $12,000 from one patient is pretty low. And you just let 10 people or 9 people, if I can get one, you let them walk away. Back in the day when I was doing my internship, they would say, if you let a patient out the door doing nothing, you killed them. You killed them. You had 10 people. You had 10 people in front of you, and they all walked away because your case fees were ridiculous. You killed 10 people. 10 people walked away without, you have the solution to their problem, and then you let them walk because your case fees were ridiculous. All right. So we have to charge a reasonable, I'm not going to get into what I charge. That's just for safety and my own protection, but be reasonable about it and be fair, and don't go so high ticket that you run into issues. Okay. So that's number 4. Number 5, specialize in one niche early on. Don't go too wide with so much that you get overwhelmed. I talked to a doc maybe about a week ago, and she was like interested in gut stuff, but then she was like, well, that ties into skin issues, and it also ties into brain fog. And so should I go in brain fog, or should I go with skin, or what about gut, or like just do one thing, right? Just do one thing. If you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. That's what I told her. I said, if you're talking to this person, like her messaging within her videos was so broad. And yeah, people check the boxes a lot of times for a lot of different things. Let's say they have thyroid, right? Let's say they have thyroid issues. Yeah, they're going to have brain fog. They can't lose weight. They're constipated. They got gut issues. They're cold. They're fatigued. They're depressed. Okay, so it's common to check the boxes for a lot of this stuff. But just focus on one thing, one niche, right? Eczema. Maybe it's Hashimoto's. Maybe it's a different autoimmune condition. Maybe it's weight loss resistance, whatever it is. Focus on one thing. Don't have your messaging and your videos be so broad that you're talking to nobody, right? If you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody. So figure out that one condition. What are you good at? What are you passionate about? What can you help people solve? Like, they really, like, you love these people. You love working with these people. I say this a lot too, but if I had to wake up each morning to a calendar full of these folks, I would thumb my eyes out every morning. I would not want to get out of bed. This is not a niche and condition that interests me. A lot of these people, and I'm just being judgmental for a second. A lot of these people don't want help. They are, they are looking for people to feel sorry for them. They are just, I could say, here, Mary, here's the care plan. It's $5. They say, oh, $5. Let me think about it. It's a lot of these people, it becomes their identity, and they don't really want a solution. They just want somebody to feel sorry for them. So this is a no for me, dog. Nope, I'm out on that one. But the niches that have been good to me for a lot of years has been weight loss, functional weight loss, something different, not commodity weight loss, not calorie restrictive weight loss, but something unique and different. For me, it's functional weight loss, food testing, nutrients, toxins, stuff like that. So functional weight loss. Diabetes has been good to me. Autoimmune stuff, thyroid's been good to me. ADHD kids, early on I was doing a ton of ADHD stuff. So like these 4 or 5, always been good to me. But now there's other things that docs are getting into that just like skin issues, eczema. I had a doc a few months ago. Her niche was bad breath. Who would have thunk it, right? And I was like, well, because hey, do you have a bad breath funnel? I'm like, no, I've never done that. Could. There's a massive search volume on Google for it. So I could fill a need if I wanted to. Same with gout. I joke about gout. I could build $1 million gout funnel if I wanted to, because the problem is significant and the competition is pretty insignificant. So that is what I'm looking for when I specialize in certain niches. Is like, what's a massive problem and how expensive is it to solve that problem? That's what I'm trying to get at. Because we don't want, because like with Google, especially with Google ads and some of these high competition, like weight loss, okay, it's harder to scale because it's a commodity. But if you can dial into a specific niche that not too many people can solve, eczema, for example, mostly it's just chemical cover-ups, then yeah, you can make a bigger dent and make a bigger impact. So, all right, guys, I'm rambling. This is long enough. So that is a recap on the top 5. Let's just recap real quick. So number 1, don't talk so much. The best listener is going to win. The best listener. Because I book calls every 20 minutes. And the reason I book calls every 20 minutes is because I know if I go beyond 20 minutes, I'm going to lose them. Again, I've done that research. The longer I talk, the more I screw it up. So I say, hey, at this point, we're done. Because I got another call. But I know that if the more I talk, the more I screw it up. So number 2, it's not about you, it's about them. Number 3, got to master marketing. Without marketing, you are irrelevant. You're invisible. Be realistic about what you should charge folks, because if you do the math on that thing, if I talk to 10 people and my case fees, let's say it's 7,000. If I close 1 out of 10 at 7,000 versus what I charge I close like 8 or 9 out of 10, so I close mid 80%. So if I talk to 10 people, I'll help 8 of them. Let's say my care plan is $2K. I've just made 16,000. My 16K squashes your 7K all day, every day, and I'm helping 7 or 8 people, or 8 or 9 people get the results, and I can turn these people into referrals. So now I can snowball this thing up versus like letting 9 people walk away because my case fees are ridiculous. One niche, pick it and drill deep there, and that's all. Hopefully you found valuable information here. If you have any questions, comment below, and I will see you in the next one.